Well, hello everyone. Once again, back for an update on the eye healing. And this is going to be the last video in this playlist because I had my final checkup on the 17th for my right eye. And I am so very happy to announce that the vision in the right eye is still 20/20. And I had them double check the left eye since there was a mishap during the surgery that they did on this eye with shoving that stupid oxygen tube up my nose a little too far and hard, which created issues on the left, which had already, the surgery had already been done. So, oh yes, and this is Bearheart. He just has to have, he just has to be included, because it's all about him. Oh, hush. So, I had the doctor double checked the left eye to make sure that there was already a reversal of what had happened, because with the inflammation that had been inflicted on it during this surgery, the vision went from 20/25 to 20/40, and they could see a haze over the eye or the lens that had been put in. And they were afraid that either they had missed some of the cells from the cataract because it was a very aggressive cataract that was growing in there. So I'm glad to announce that when they checked it on Tuesday, that the swelling has gone down enough that it has reshifted the capsule and the lens, and the vision is back to 20/25. Now, there's still a little bit of swelling in both eyes. This one can't get any better. This one can a little bit more, and they are definitely hoping that it does go to the 20/20, which is what the whole idea was. But now we know that all this talk that Latsu was telling me, all the healing modalities that I was working on, whether it was Reiki, Laho Chi, the healing waters that my friend Linda at Thought Change had done with me to remove mold out of the system, because mold will actually cause an aggressive form of cataract to grow on your eyes. So when Latsu kept telling me my eyes were healed with all the energy work that I was doing on it, I didn't believe him because I still could not see. And it was once the cataracts were off that I realized what he meant. Literally, the eyes were healed with the work that I've been doing and the help of other friends that have suggested different modalities to work on the living waters treatment that Linda did and I did with it, and I continue to do even after we recorded the video for her to put on her channel. Once the cataracts, and that's what Latsu kept showing me in the visions, was the healing done, and then him going in and just scraping off the cataract. Well, it wasn't him doing the scraping. It was the doctor. And that's exactly what they did. And the ophthalmologist that was doing the follow-up video or the follow-up appointments, and that's what he said they literally do. They go in and scrape off the cataract very gently, but they still scrape it off. And that's what I had kept seeing in the visions. And that's what Latsu kept saying is, your eyes are healed. Now, what's even cooler is my eyes for reading had gotten so bad, I had to go to the highest prescription you could get, which was a 3.25 that you can get, at the store. And immediately, especially after that second surgery, I realized I couldn't see out of those things anymore. So I had to go back to the store and get newer ones that are only a 2.0. I'm hoping that my eyes will, as they continue healing, because he said there's still 4 weeks of healing for each eye, that it'll either go back to my prescription readers, which I think are a 1.5 or 1.75, or I won't need them at all. Either way, I'm fine with that. But I'm so very grateful to the Green Vision Center, Dr. Bogie, for his phenomenal touch and work that he did to restore my eyesight. And it's restored it in more ways than I would have thought possible. Yes, I can now see clearly, but it also helped open up metaphorically my sight. And I've also run into a couple people this past week that are getting ready to go through the process. And they were both scared. They both were not really sure what to expect. And their concerns were that it was going to hurt and that it wouldn't work. Now they're going through the same center I went through, different doctors, but the same center. So I was able to reassure them. And so they're not so nervous as they're getting ready. One, I think, had hers either this week or next week. And then the other lady that I talked to yesterday, her first procedure is in January. So now I can let other people know that the surgery is definitely worth it. And they were doing the same thing. One lady hasn't been able to see out of her one eye for years, but she's been too afraid to have the surgery because she reads some things that are on the internet. So trust your intuition. Trust the doctors because they do know what they're doing, and know that it doesn't hurt. You don't even feel it. Even afterwards, the only part that you actually feel is when you put the eye drops in, the antibiotics. It will sting where the incision was for a couple days. Just a little sting as you put the eye drop in. But there's no pain. And if there is, you need to call your doctor. So yes, holistic medicine, holistic practices work hand in hand with allopathic medicine. And it's not either one or the other. It's both. You do and follow your intuition. And if that intuition says it's time to have the surgery done, then listen to that intuition and do the surgery. Because let me tell you, from this metaphysical doctor, it was definitely worth it. And since this is the week of Christmas, it's a very beautiful Christmas present to me from Spirit and from Dr. Bogie. So I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a very beautiful start to year 2026. May all your dreams, wishes, and desires come to fruition. So we're going to close this out for now. And I thank you for taking this journey with me this last year. And to let you know that, yes, the results have been astounding. So remember, my friends, walk in beauty. Always walk the sacred path of love. Bye for now.